I built my real estate photography business by offering free first shoots as a lead magnet, right? I'd reach out to real estate agents on Instagram and in different channels, and I'd say, hey, I'm a real estate photographer. I'd love to earn your business by giving you a first shoot free. And if you've watched any of my content, you know I'm a big fan of that method. It's one of the core things we teach in coaching. That's how we're able to get people great results, because it's a lead magnet that just works in this industry. But every time, I talk about free shoots, the objection that I hear from people, or their thought, what they're wondering in their head is, or maybe they've even tried it. So I'll say, Eli, I get that. The problem is when I offer free shoots, it's the agents that don't value my services that I get. Really what they're trying to do is they're just trying to take advantage of me and use me for the first shoot, and they're gonna go back to whoever their other photographer is. It's just a way for them, to save a few bucks. And here's how I encourage you to think about that, because this will help you be much more successful when you're offering free shoots. And here's the kicker, right? Free shoots alone are not what makes you successful in this business. It's just a tool. You still have to do everything else right? But when it comes to the free shoot, think about it this way. I want you to pretend that every single client who takes you up on that free shoot is straight up trying to take advantage of you. Like, put that in your head and make that be the case. And say like, hey, every one of these agents that says yes to me, they are literally just gonna use me for the free shoot. And then they're gonna go back to either shooting on their cell phone if they're one of those kind of agents, or they're gonna go back to their other photographer. Because if you assume that that's true, then you go, hey, my job is to, even if that is true, still build a process and have a business that makes them go, oh, I was planning on taking advantage of this person who offered me the free shoot, but they did such a good job, I'm actually gonna switch to them. Like, if you go into it with that mindset, right, of like, they are going to try to take advantage of me, and then say, and great, mission accomplished. I want them to try to take advantage of me. It's almost makes it fun. You're like, my job is to be so good that while they were planning to do that, they then end up deciding to switch to me. And the way you do that is by having a service that makes them want to use you, right? And that's the same thing that keeps a client long-term anyway. So you really have to build your business in this way. So if you've given out free shoots and you find your conversion rate from free to paid is lower, is not where you want, a lot of them are just taking advantage of you, that's a really, really good sign that you need to fix something in your business. Because it doesn't matter if you do a free shoot or not. If you only work with a client once, real estate photography is a terrible business, right? Like, the whole thing that makes this business amazing, at least in my perspective, and at the same time makes free shoots worth doing, is that when you get a client, they use you over and over and over again, right? They're an ongoing source of revenue for your business. And so if you think about that through the lens of the free shoot offer, it's like, would I pay $300 to get a client that's gonna pay me $300 every time they have a listing? The answer is no brainer, yes. But that's what free shoots are, right? The way I think about it is your business like a bucket, and you wanna fill that bucket with water, and that water's money, right? And every client you get is like a faucet with a drip that starts. And your goal is to get as many drips as you can, because that bucket fills fast. That's all those clients. They're all the drips, right? But you would not want to do something that shuts the drip off, which is lose a client. And then on the other side of things, it's worth doing almost anything to start that drip because it keeps going. It's like, would you give the first drop away to get all the future drops from that faucet? Yes, absolutely. And so that's what the first shoot free method is. And that's why I'm such a big fan. It's also why I think it's really, really important, if you're someone who's offered free shoots and you're not getting a lot of conversions, to really, really look at your business, not blame the thing that brought them in, but look at, hey, what I was able to bring them in, why did they leave? It's easy to go, oh, because they were just using me for the free photos, but I want you to challenge yourself and think, hey, they're going to try to do that, but it's still my fault if they leave. And so how do you do that? Well, you show up on time, you dress respectfully, you talk to their clients in a way that it communicates trust and provides a good experience to your real estate agent's clients, so your client's clients. You are willing to spend a few minutes to prep the house. You communicate through the process. You're thoughtful. You're easy to work with. You shoot great photos. The next morning, you deliver them back when you said you were going to deliver them back. You hopefully, we do a thing called the post first shoot onboarding, where we recommend getting on a Zoom call with your client the next day and showing them the photos, explaining to them that like, hey, these are just my standard photos. If you have any preferences or anything you want edited, just tell me. Like, I'm more than happy to do that. I build custom notes for every client. Just a quick side note here is, a lot of times you'll have clients that, if you have people that are like, hey, yeah, the photos were great, but then never use you again on the free shoot, a lot of times they just don't want to tell you if they didn't like the photos, because they're like, hey, this person just gave me a free shoot. I'm not going to say these photos are terrible, but I want to know that feedback as a business owner. And so that's why I like that post first shoot Zoom call, is you get on there and you basically invite their feedback. Like, hey, this is just my standard. Like, if you want the photos darker or brighter or different room shot, or this room always avoided, like, just let me know your preference and I'll build it. And then I have notes for every client, so we make it custom to you. Like, that will just convert so much more. So there's like, that's just an overview. There's a million little things. It's how you set up your business and how you operate your business that determines how well that free shoot converts. But like I said, if you can't convert a free shoot to a paid shoot, that's the same skill set that helps you keep a paying client and make them a paying client again and again and again in the future. And so the whole point of this video is really two things. One, free shoots, they just work if you approach them with the right mentality. And then number two is, if you can't get free shoots to convert to paid, you're also not going to keep your paying clients. So it's like the number one problem in your business to solve. And it all goes back to customer service. Like, you know, the business that wins they do two things really well. They get people to know who they are, and they provide good customer service. But here's the thing with, like, it's not just customer service, it's the process, right? It's everything. It's the customer experience, right? Even if you don't reach out to a lot of clients, if you have a really good customer experience, your clients will tell people on your behalf. And so the point I'm trying to make is, like, this is the primary skill set in the business, is to make your clients happy with you, because then free will convert to paid, pay will stay ongoing, and paid clients will refer you. And you just have, you have the business everybody wants. It's growing fast and it's growing by referrals. And so if you're struggling with this in your business, and maybe you're not converting free to pay, there's, like I said, there's a million little things that we've learned over the years. You know, I've had my business for 12 years now. I've made every stupid mistake you can think of. Some of them too stupid to mention. But we've also coached literally thousands of people as they've grown their businesses. And so we'd love to work with you. If you go down in the bio, you'll see replaunch.com/apply, and how it works is you'll fill out a quick application, and then someone on our team will reach out to you, and we'll basically be able to get you to the right person on our team based upon if you already have a business, how much revenue you do, if you're doing 50K a month versus you've never done a shoot before. We'll connect you to the right person on our team that can dive into your market with you and tell you exactly how coaching, could work for you. That way you can see if that's the route you want to go. So I encourage you to do that if you haven't yet, and I hope this video is helpful, because man, first free shoots can make you, or first shoot free as a lead magnet, as an offer, can make you so much money if you do it right. I mean, my business is proof of that, and so are literally everybody we've interviewed on my YouTube channel gave first shoot free as a core part of how they grew their business. Like, it just works, but only if it's done right. And so I hope this video is helpful. See you in the next one.